Tech Vibe here, bringing you the freshest insights in gadgets and innovation. Stick around, because today we're getting hands-on, metaphorically, with the Sony RX1R and see if it lives up to the hype. Right from the jump, this is a camera that stirs curiosity, a fixed lens, full-frame compact revived after many years, promising pro-level quality in a small package. I've spent time with it, tested its limits, and in this review I'm breaking down what works, what doesn't, and whether it's for you. Let's talk specs first, because they set expectations. The RX1R boasts a 61-megapixel full-frame XMR CMOS sensor without an optical low-pass filter, aimed at maximum detail capture. It's paired with Sony's Bion's XR image processing engine and an AI processing unit borrowed from its higher-end Alpha line, enabling subject detection, tracking, and smarter autofocus. The lens is the familiar Zeiss Sonnar T35mm f/2*prime that the RX1R series has used historically, refined at micron level for optimal performance. On the video front, it supports 4K recording at 60p in 10-bit 4:2:2, with S-Log3, HLG, and creative looks built in. The camera also includes a fixed EVF, 2.36 million OLED, and a rear 3.0-inch touchscreen LCD, 2.36 m dots. It uses the NP-FW50 battery, now rated for about 300 stills per charge, and supports USB-C charging/power delivery. Connectivity includes USB-C, data and charging, and micro HDMI, plus a multi-interface shoe for external mics or accessories. Sony also gives you step crop modes, 35mm, 50mm, 70mm, by cropping internally for tighter framing, and a macro mode for close focus down to about 20 centimeters. In terms of design and build quality, Sony clearly tried to balance compactness with premium feel. The body is crafted from magnesium alloy, with a matte, less glossy finish than previous models, which helps reduce reflections and fingerprints. There's a more aggressive grip texture, making it easier to hold despite the compact size. The top plate is flatter, with embedded dials and a cleaner layout. The absence of articulation in the LCD is noticeable, no flip or tilt, which can be a downside for low-angle or overhead shots. Also, unlike earlier models, Sony has replaced the pop-up EVF with a fixed viewfinder at the top left. That simplifies mechanisms and may improve durability but removes some flexibility. I felt the controls are thoughtfully placed, though some buttons are a little soft in feedback. The camera is relatively compact for its class, though with the full-frame sensor and lens it still occupies pocket-friendly but not pocket-tiny territory. There is no official weather sealing that I could reliably confirm, so that's a caution for serious outdoor use. Because this is a fixed-lens camera, there's no display overlay in the sense of AR. The electronic viewfinder and the rear LCD are your composing tools. The EVF is crisp and contrasty, good in daylight, though its 0.70x magnification is modest. The rear touchscreen is responsive and supports touch focus, touch tracking, and swipe gestures. You can shift AF point by touching the screen, which is a welcome usability boost. For previewing images or zooming in to check focus, the combination works well, though in bright sun I sometimes struggled with reflections on the rear display, as you'd expect. The fixed LCD also means you have to contort for creative angles, something many photographers miss from tilting/flip screens. Performance is where it matters. The 61MP sensor delivers astonishing detail. You can crop heavily, reframe in post, or extract prints at large sizes. Image quality at base ISO is superb, with very good dynamic range, pleasing highlight roll-off, and minimal noise in mid-ISOs. Low-light performance is solid, though noise becomes more evident past ISO 6400. Autofocus sees a major leap forward thanks to the AI processing unit and the dense 693 phase detection AF points covering much of the frame, approximately 79% coverage. I tested tracking on people, insects, vehicles. The subject detection and tracking were impressively reliable, even when faces weren't fully visible. The step crop modes are smart. Switching to 50mm or 70mm yields tighter framing with still usable resolution, about 29MP or 15MP respectively. The macro mode is decent for close-ups, though depth of field is tight, and there is no image stabilization. You need to mind shutter speeds to avoid blur. For shutter control, the camera provides leaf shutter capabilities, allowing flash sync at all speeds up to January 2000 seconds. Software and features are modern. The RX1R3 brings in creative looks, 12 presets, including new film-inspired modes like FL2, FL3, and IN. You can adjust hue, contrast, sharpness, brightness in camera, and apply these to both stills and video. The menus are improved, with better layout and quicker access to custom settings. Custom buttons are available, and you can map functions like focal step crop, macro toggle, or AF subject tracking. The AI processing allows more natural auto exposure and white balance by detecting skin tones and subject types. Sony also includes full support for S-Log3, S-Gamut3, and LUTs, which is great for video shooters who want grading flexibility. The EVF plus LCD combo, autofocus improvements, and subject detection tie together well to create a shooter that feels responsive and capable. That said, the software is less forgiving in mixed lighting or extreme dynamic range scenes. You'll want to use RAW or careful exposure. Battery life is a known constraint in compact full-frame cameras. The RX1R3's 300-shot estimate is modest for its resolution and features. In real-world use, I saw variations depending on usage, heavy use of autofocus, EVF view, and frequent reviewing